underappreciated in our company.
Why? What's wrong?
You know, our salary is very unlogical. We worked hard in this company, right?
Yeah, I do agree with you.
But our salary doesn't measure to the amount that we work. It's only 1,000 for us to always overtime every weekend.
True.
Don't you feel that way, guys?
But for me, I think our salary is very, very worth for the amount of job that we do. Some of the people out there, they don't even get paid the right amount right in their contract. So I think we should be grateful.
Okay.
I do agree with Fran though. I think that the salary, I think it's bearable if it got higher. You know?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, the pay could have been better.
Oh, seriously. Which is why I've been contemplating whether to quit or not, because I can't handle it anymore, guys. Because I feel very overworked and I don't feel the necessity to stay in this company, which is why I want to quit and build another company. But the company will be a business cafe one, not our type of company.
Interesting.
Yeah, business
That's
cafe.
interesting, but do you really think this is the right time to open a new business?
I can't anymore. This is a very stressful environment to work in. Like our boss and then our salary, our toxic colleague. Right. Yeah. What do you think about my cafe plan?
I think that's a good idea, especially working by. If yourself is the boss, then it's much more easier than following like others.
Yeah.
I mean, I get how you feel stressful in this state of work that we are working at right now, but don't you think after opening a new business, it will be much more stressful compared to this?
Yeah, you're right too. It could be more stressful, but as our dear colleague Eza said that at least I'm the boss. I'm the girl boss. Other than me, the need to follow like our boss. Like, I feel it's very worth it. Worth a try, right?
If you're the boss, then I'm guessing you're gonna find workers to hire, right?
Yeah.
So what are your plans on that?
For the worker, okay. First of all, I'm gonna say what my plan will be for the cafe.
So you plan it out already?
Yeah, I planned it
Oh.
already.
That's
Okay, but okay lah. He's asked about the worker, right? Okay, I will explain the worker. So, because I planned for the cafe to be a 2 shop lot, so I will need a lot of worker. So I think maybe around 5 waitress, 2 cashier, or maybe 3. I guess I could open 3 counter, and then 5 cook. I guess or 4. Because 5 could be a lot, right?
Yeah, that will be cooking for sure.
Yeah. And then after that, for the cleaner, I will hire 7.
7 cleaners.
So overall 5 waitress, 3 or 4 cashier, and then 4 cooker, and then 7 cleaner.
Oh my god, that's a high amount of workers. Don't
Really?
you think that would turn into a higher amount of risk?
Yeah. Right. My money.
Your money, think about your
But
money.
I'm sure you save up some money from us working here, right?
Yeah, I saved up all my money. I worked here for 5 years. Of course, I saved up my money because I knew from day one I would want to quit this company. Yes, I have a bank account just for the soul of that company that I want to build in.
Okay.
So don't worry about the money, but yeah, I think you're right too. Because I will start a new business, right? So the payment, if there's a lot of worker, then the payment will be very high. So there will be a lot of loss instead of profit.
I think there's a pros and cons if you have a lot of workers. The pros is you can do work smoothly, so there won't be like too much of the worker doing this job because you can divide the job like easily. But if there's a lot of worker, there's also like the amount of pay that you need to give them, the amount of salary is going to be high. So your model, is it called model?
Yeah.
Model to start that business is going to be very high.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Yeah.
I see. So maybe I would lesser down the worker. Maybe the waitress could be 3. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's very good.
And then the cashier would be only 2, since it's a 2 shop lot. Yeah. And then for the cooker, maybe stick to 4, because hopefully there will be a lot of customers, so we will need a lot of cooker. And then for the cleaner, I'll tone it down to 5%. Is it okay?
Okay, enough about the workers.
Wow.
What are your thoughts after getting the workers? Like, how are you gonna plan out the whole thing?
Okay, so for the theme of my cafe, it will be a very one Malaysia, a very cultural,
multicultural foods.
yeah, because so that not just I can open cafe, but I can open awareness of how good the harmony of culture together.
But do you really think people today will be interested in such things?
Yeah,
I believe because if there's a lot of variety of foods, right, it can invite a lot of people. For example, like races. For example, like if you have food for the Ibans, for the Malays, so that means that a lot more people will come. So your targeted like customer is even wider. So you can reach much more customer.
yeah. But other than that, oh yeah, I haven't mentioned the cafe name, right?
Oh,
Yeah, do you guys have a idea or anything? Because
Name
I
is
don't
very
have
important.
idea. Yeah,
Name is
right.
important because it can like make the customer remember it.
Yeah,
so make it simple.
Yeah.
make it simple. Maybe Malaysia Madani, Malaysia Madani Cafe, but it's kind of long, right?
Yeah.
It will be hard to remember.
Yeah.
Something that's catchy. Front food.
Front.
So FF, so front
Yeah.
food.
Ah.
Okay, front food. It's bearable, yeah. People could say, oh, let's go to F, front
Yeah,
food,
yeah,
FF.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's easy, catchy, and very trendy, I could say. Yeah. Okay, so for the name of the cafe, as I said, it's very multiracial, right? So we mentioned about the worker. So why don't for the worker? I think I want to find worker from different racial background. So not just the Ibans, but also the Chinese, the Malays, the Kenya, Bidayo also. So that not only by the look of the cafe, but can also by the worker. So when the worker have a lot of like racial background, the customer will be like, oh, not just the cafe, not just the menu, but the worker are also very multiracial.
That's
Right.
a good idea because that creates your own business identity.
Yeah.
You not only attract customers from different backgrounds, you also have workers from different backgrounds. So that means it's really sure that you want to be a restaurant that is on Malaysia.
Yeah.
But for me, lately I've been hearing cases about racial things. So, what if, for example, in your cafe, the waiter is an Indian guy and the customer is a Chinese woman? What if the Chinese woman doesn't like the Indian guy, and you could start up fuss in your cafe? How are you
But
gonna handle it?
I'll pray that that kind of situation doesn't come up, because if that happened, my business would be a total loss. Yeah, so people could viral my business, and then they will complain on the internet and yada yada. Nowadays very Karen people. Yeah.
We can never know.
So enough talking about the theme. How about the interior of the cafe? Because I want to design the cafe also very multiracial. But I don't know any interior designer that are very multiracial. Because a lot of nowadays the business cafes are very modernized, right? But there's a lot less a cafe that are very multiracial themed interiors.
I believe that the interior is very important
Yeah.
since just like restaurant, for example, like KFC, McDonald's, they all have like some psychological aspect. For example, like the color. The color red makes you more hungry. Have you guys heard about it?
Yeah.
Even from the color, it can make certain people feel hungry, feel emotion. So I think the color is important. Other than that, the how you arrange the tables, the chairs that fit your shop is very important too. The more table you can fit, the more customer you can get, and then you can cut down the problems such as people waiting to get their tables, people waiting to get their foods, they don't have place to sit. Sometimes most restaurant that is too crowded, they have this problem that the customer leave without eating anything because they don't have any place to sit. So that is one aspect that is really important for you to think about when you want to start a cafe.
For me, my thoughts on this, since you want to open a multiracial field within your interior design, it's gonna take a long time to find the right interior designer for that to make it happen, and I'm pretty sure it will cost a lot since the multiracial background is hard to find. Like, for example, a table that is fitting all the multiracial complement in your cafe. It's gonna be hard.
I kind of agree on that, but it doesn't hurt to try.
Because
Very good.
what if some people doesn't like it?
Yeah, right.
A lot of old age people doesn't really like the feel of that.
Right. Okay, about the interior designer part, maybe I'll think more on that, because yeah, I agree on your opinion and your opinion too. Because there will be a lot of like problems, like crowds. Some people might not like some designs, so I will do my research on the interior designer that are very experienced in multiracial theme design. And I think other than that, oh yeah, do you guys know about launching event? Yeah, every company that will open,
even
they
our
will do a
company.
launching event. Yeah, we did, right? Yeah, our company did that too. Yeah, right. What artist do you think will be suitable for me to invite? Could be local one. Do you know this artist named Kaim?
Oh,
Yeah, he's very trending in TikTok nowadays.
Who is he? I don't know.
Hey, do you know one of the title? I think you heard one of his songs. What are the title of his song that you heard that day?
Oh, you mean the Sarawakian song? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's called Lantita.
Yes, we could use that song because since it's in a multiracial cafe, right? We can use a local one. We don't need to invite like very internationally artists. Could be a local one like Kaim. He's a rock kid, right?
But he's a student, right? So students doesn't really have the right mindset about these things, so they could ask for a demand, high amount of pay to do that.
Oh yeah, student need a lot of money.
Yeah.
What do you think?
your idea is very good because it comes as an attraction, right? When you invite an artist over, obviously his follower,
Yeah.
if he has a big following, of course people are going to come, and then Of course, the first mindset when they come is to see the artist.
Yeah.
But when they try the food, if they can stick with it, that means you get a new customer.
It's like killing two birds in one stone,
It's a
isn't
win-win
it?
situation.
Yeah. Plus, Kaim is very popular among us Sarakians. He has 1,000 million followers in his TikTok, right?
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of our colleagues said Kaim is very famous, so I think I will invite him. And then for the launching event, as you said, there will be food, right? So we'll use our own food. That means we have to set a budget. What do you think? How many should we provide for the budget?
For the budget, depends on how many people you expect to come. That's going to come because if you bring an artist over, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, if he has a lot of followings, obviously you need to prepare more. I'm sure you need to prepare foods, for example, the one that they can try out, or you need to have a signature dish that represent your restaurant, so that they can associate the dish with your restaurant. If they want to eat this, they can go to your restaurant. For example, like a restaurant which is like curry house, they are known for what? For their curry. So if they want to eat curry, they would usually go there.
I see.
For me, as a startup company, I think you should keep your budget as minimized as possible. Since the higher amount of money that you put in your cafe, there will be a higher amount of risk. So it could reduce the risk of it going to waste. So with minimize of in terms of budget, so you could save your money for the long-term investment as well.
Yeah, I agree on you both. So I think
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you plan to start? Do you start small or you go all in big?
I got all in.
All
That's
in.
why I invited Kaim because I know he have a lot of
see.
fans. So which is why I'm thinking I'm gonna target for around 100 customer.
100 customers.
Yeah. So is it enough if I put like 5,000 ringgit budget?
Just for the launching day.
Just for the launch.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. It's kinda total loss, right?
You need to be careful too,
Yeah.
because the reason why most people start small because the risk is much smaller. So if you fail, I'm not saying you're going to fail, but if you, in case you fail, right, you wouldn't take too much loss. And one thing that's very important to have is, because if you go all in and if you fail, then you lose everything.
Yeah.
So you need to be more cautious about that. And one more thing is, in case you lost everything, right? One thing that you need to remember when you're starting a business is make sure you have some backup plans. For example, like backup source of incomes, or you need to have a budget that is for emergency, or you can sign up for insurance for your restaurant. With insurance, it can help you. For example, like there's a fire or something, accidents happens. So in case of any emergency, when you have insurance, you are much more covered and much more safer. So you can start again.
Yeah, now that you mentioned about insurance company, I do think that I need an insurance company to open up a new business, right? Hey, Kaim, okay, I think, because I was thinking about the Kaim, I really love Kaim. As a artist, Okay, I think you knew that one insurance company, right?
Yeah, I used to work there, don't you remember?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you about this.
Uh-huh.
Insurance company, they tend to take advantage on small companies like your ideas. So I think in picking the right insurance company, you need to be very, very careful, since they're gonna take advantage on what you lack of. So it's very, very scary for you to go in like that.
I see. Especially when I'm a new business, in a new business era. So I think I will need to find a good and very experienced interior designer in multiracial dim cafe, and then I will need to find what insurance.
Yeah.
A good insurance company that doesn't take advantage of new bosses. And then what's more? Oh yeah, going back to the launching event. So I think it's all settled, right? The budget. Oh yeah. 5,000 is quite big. Maybe I turn it down to around 1,500.
1,500.
Any insights or any idea or any advice?
1,500. What is your starting budget for your business actually?
Yeah,
How
for
much?
the whole idea.
Yeah,
For the whole idea. As I said, interior design, because I haven't found a good company, but I think for the budget for the stall of building that cafe, which is 2 shop lot, I think around 5,000
5,000.
at max.
5,000. And then on the launching event you want to use 1,500.
1,500. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Are you sure it's not risky? Because there is like how many percent of your main budget just for the launching event?
Yeah, right. You?
I believe I agree with what Asa said. As I said again, it's very risky. So what if all your plans doesn't work out as how you imagine it to be? It will be a total loss, and you will not be able to restart over.
Right. So now other problem is money and budget. So I've been thinking since I think my budget will not fulfill my dream. I've been thinking to how about I invite a partner. So so the cafe will not only be mine, but the ownership will be split
joint
in half.
business.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
In that
but-
way, it could be more profit.
But the thing about having a partner is there could be contra ideas between both of you. So sometimes things will be hard to work on together.
Could be right.
Because in a joint business, the other person might like there's more have his own idea, and for example like you have this idea about One Malaysia, and then he might not, your partner might not agree on it.
Yeah.
So to start a joint business, you guys really need to talk a lot together.
And you need
discuss
really
about it.
high amount of trust.
Yeah, I'm on trust.
Oh, I see. But how about if I invite my big brother
Your
to
brother.
be a partner of my cafe? But then again, as Esa said, my brother's opinion might not be in
Differ.
sync with mine.
Yeah.
But I think, don't you think it's quite more profit if I invite a partner, and more safe actually? Who knows, my big brother are in sync with me, and he could, like, whenever I want to go over budget, as a partner, of course he will advise me, right? Because he also don't want to be don't want to have a loss. Yeah, instead of we're gonna fight, but maybe he could advise me as a partner. Yeah, don't you agree?
Yeah, I do agree. Talking
Yeah.
about advice, right? I think usually for business, people would meet like financial advisor in case you are like, lost in like making plans, because some people they dream big but they don't have the money for it, so you need to start small. You need to scale it down, make sure, because the main problem that business had is mostly people who are starting out, they have problems, for example like in money and budget especially. They dream too big, they buy things that is not needed, they didn't like start small. Because if you see other restaurant, for example like KFC, it used to start in a bar, just a simple bar, and then from there it grow big. So you really need a vision. Don't just look right now, right? You want it to be extravaganza straight away.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen that way. So you need to think about, for example, like after 5 years, what are your goals, vision, mission, and then after 5 years again, you need to change it again. So your business can keep on growing.
It's a very good
Very
thought.
good idea. In fact.
About your brother,
Yeah.
isn't he married with 4 kids? So can you
yeah.
imagine the work and life balance that he has to deal with?
Yeah, his kids are very naughty.
Yeah.
I don't think he have the energy
Yeah.
to open a business, a cafe. In fact, because cafe need a lot of planning, need a lot of socializing, need a lot of like negotiating. Yeah, I think you're right. I forgot that he's married. Oh my god, my lord.
One more thing, Fran, that is very important. Where is your business going to take place? Because place where you open your business, right? It's a really important part of thing. If you open it in Jagal, who's going to come?
Ah,
So
I
are you
see.
going to open
Needs to
it
be
on the
strategic.
city?
Do you guys know the spring?
This place
Great.
Yeah.
inside that.
Yeah. Because now that you mentioned about my brother's family, right? His wife have an empty shop lot in the spring.
Oh.
So maybe I could use connection
Connection.
to ask his wife to rent her shop lot in the cafe. Yeah, in that way it will be more profit because I will use connection. So of course the price will be a discounted one. Right. Thank you for mentioning my brother's wife.
But if you open in spring, there's a lot of competitors already open there, and it will be a huge factor for you to fail. So imagine having KFC, McDonald's, Four Fingers around your shop. Do you really think you can compete with them?
For that part, I think, fun fact, the shop lot of my brother's wife are underground.
Oh.
So yeah, there's no cafe at all there.
Oh.
So whenever the customer shop around the underground, right? So they will feel hungry. They could just come to my cafe because it's very strategic, as you mentioned. There's no other cafe beside mine if I open there.
Is it close to the door?
Yeah, not the door, but the lift.
The lift.
Yeah,
I think we
so
know.
yeah.
So when it's the place that people pass around a lot, of course you're going to get attraction. So
Yeah.
I believe that is really a strategic place to open. So,
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all right. We talked about the theme of the cafe, which is multiracial. About that, I have to find interior design. Oh my god. Okay, they are very experienced in multiracial theme cafe. Other than that, what again?
Insurance company.
Yeah, insurance company that doesn't take advantage of new bosses. And then again, what's more?
To simplify it, I think that you need to think about the model,
Yeah,
and your budget.
for the
and then
launching event too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
the risk, what's going to happen. Because usually in business, you need to make sure that before these things happen, you need to have a plan how to counter it, so that your business can survive. And then you need to think about your competitors, how to counter them, how to be better than them. Competitors doesn't mean that they are bad for you. Usually having competitors makes you strive more and improve more and think more about how can I be better than them. So it's a healthy amount of, what do you call it?
Competitions.
Ah,
Healthy
yeah.
competitions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So after our discussion, what are your thoughts on opening a new business?
You stay with it?
Yeah.
I'm still with my idea of opening a new business.
Okay.
Front foot, going, will be.
I wish
Hopefully
you-
success. Pray for me.
Okay.
I wish you luck with that.
Yeah, thank you for your ideas, guys.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me for me to open a new
Oh,
cafe. Gave me motivation, and yeah, thank you for the
Yeah.
both of you. If I be successful one day, you guys are invited.
Okay. Do we get free food?
Yes.
We get shares.
Yeah.
Cheers.
And yeah, I think I have to go because lunch hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
See you.
Done.